What up, chat? You see that nigga got the goddamn. You see I got that shit on there at the bottom of my screen. Come on now. I'm getting real professional. Nigga getting real corporate over that bet. You feel me? That bet went to the sky. Oh. Nah, who was supposed to finish watching this Mr. Beast vid? But let's hop on that. The mini scandals of Mr. Beast. But we left off.
And
You
even
feel me?
I was the first one to.
Check it. Check me out. Alright, boom. We left off right here. You feel me? Hold on, I still got the video.
Friday the 22nd, Soggy added a disclosure of this fact to his video.
You feel me? When this the dog pack shit, and then when Soggy Cereal came back and tried to debunk his claim, but whole time Soggy Cereal had ulterior motives, as we already knew, and he was getting paid by Mr. Beast himself. You feel me? We already knew that though. Alright, boom. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I watched this already, but I did not want to watch this on Twitch because they just talk about shit that we already know. You feel me? And you feel me about his friend. You know what I'm saying? Ava Chris Tyson. We already know that about that whole situation. You feel me? And that's not really him. It got a lot to do with him, but it's kind of like something that he didn't really have, like, I guess, like direct involvement with. You feel me? So to keep it on topic and keeping it off topic of, you feel me, TOS of things. Hold on, shawty. Alright, we Gucci. Let me check the jump right quick. That's a bet. Alright, boom. So we on to the third thing. Scandal number 3. Scandal number 1 was that he fake his vids. Scandal number 2 was the whole Chris Tyson shit. Scandal number 3 is he's faking his philanthropy.
Scandal Mr. Beast has been accused of is faking his giveaways.
You feel me? What he just said.
But let's not forget the years-long journey Mr. Beast has been on to even be in a position to give away so much money. Mr. Beast has been on his YouTube journey for a very long time. His oldest video that's still up was posted over 13 years ago. He really got it out the mud and built his channel up from nothing. And for years, he would steadily build his platform by regularly posting videos, first starting with gamer content like Minecraft videos, but he was willing to try anything to get views. Eventually, he would start to experiment with all kinds of ideas, from discussing how much money popular YouTubers like PewDiePie and other content creators were making, to creating video series like making fun of the worst intros on YouTube, most of these videos since being deleted, likely due to the fact that the targets of his humorous disses were innocent young kids. But lucky for me and you, some of these embarrassing moments are still archived in some dark corners of the internet. Jimmy also did crazy challenges like literally counting to 100,000 and 200,000, which he knew would get clicks based on the sheer ridiculousness of the idea alone. All of this arguably showed that early on, the views were seemingly much more important to young Mr. Beast than the actual quality of the content that he was putting out. However, when Jimmy truly begun his ascendance into becoming the most subscribed YouTuber in the world was when he realized just how many numbers he could do on content where he gave away large sums of money to anyone from streamers to his own subscribers and even random people on the streets.
Oh, Mr. Beast, donate 1,000 pounds!
It's about $10,000. I'm not joking.
Mr. Beast has donated $1,000, dude.
5,000. This man is a god.
Yeah. Then he get free shout-outs on the people's stream. This is actually fucking genius.
Thank you very much.
Just keep it.
Wait, are you guys serious?
Yeah.
is it very manipulative? Yes. But is it genius on paper? Also yes. 6'7".
This would also include giving money to homeless people and filming it, a trend that was really blowing up at the time on social media, with the likes of Instagram Bacteria and Acne Scar Surgery before model Supreme Patty also gathering millions of views with this type of content on other platforms like Instagram. Many people saw this giveaway phenomenon as content creators using homeless people for views, and this content genre would receive public criticism, which even Mr. Beast would address in one of his first such videos, ironically saying the quiet part out loud by literally admitting that this was indeed exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, you're doing it with the camera.
I'm a YouTuber. I'm going around giving random people who need $1,000. So
Most people get mad and say this is a bad way to get views. Tell them like you're okay with this. Are you okay with it?
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Best day of my life right here.
Homeless people don't care about you.
They think about it. You know, you wouldn't be giving out this money unless you knew that you gonna get 10 times more than you giving out. Come on now. But I mean, at the end of the day though, everybody's still winning, so it's not like really something to be like okay, yeah, this nigga trying to get money, but ain't everybody trying to get money? Like you trying to get money too, but I mean, this is his way to do it, nigga. Everybody gotta eat.
Use them for views.
So what begun as low-effort video ideas like giving money to homeless people on camera have since ballooned into an entire MrBeast universe filled with extremely ambitious ideas like helping 1,000 blind people see for the first time, or building 100 wells in Africa to solve the continent's crushing water scarcity crisis. These being just a few examples of the ginormous giveaway videos that MrBeast has released in recent years, particularly through his Beast Philanthropy channel, which is a separate non-profit charity which promises that 100% of the profits from the ad revenue, merch sales, and sponsorships will go towards making the world a better place. Now, on the Who Are We section of the charity's website, there used to be some text explaining how the idea for the charity started from Jimmy's first YouTube sponsorship worth $10,000, which he allegedly accepted with the condition that he could give it all away. This idea then sparking many other such videos over the following months, as it became Jimmy's mission through video integration to help as many people as possible overcome barriers. What at least at first glance seems like a heartwarming story has since been removed from the charity.
Hold on. Bro, it's literally something in my eye. I can feel it, but I can't see it, bro. That's some bullshit.
his website for one reason or another. But in his interviews, Mr. Beast has seemingly also given another angle to his charity work and other giveaways. As The Verge magazine puts it, Jimmy also realized something else. The bigger his giveaways became and the more extravagant his method of delivering donations seemed, the faster his channel grew. The result is a sizable paycheck. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It just so happens that the best way to grow the profile and bank account balance of Jimmy's Mr. Beast brand is giving stuff away. This is philanthropy just for the algorithm, not for the people being helped. And the fact that Mr. Beast often has complained on Twitter about his most charitable videos not performing as well as other stunts in recent years really goes to show you that he's more pissed off about the charity method not working for him anymore as it is about being proud of the charity that he did in the first place. Unsurprisingly, as Mr. Beast's charitable stunts have grown in size, they've also attracted a lot of opinions both for and against on social media. For the fans, Mr. Beast is something like a modern day messiah, blessing real people with financial miracles, attempting to cure the blind, feeding thousands of people. I mean, he really does move like a modern day Jesus. Hell, maybe if Jesus returned today, he might have a YouTube channel too. But Jimmy, the wannabe Jesus, and his stunts have garnered a whole lot of criticism as well, with the harshest ones claiming that he's literally faking the claims in his videos to make them more clickable. One example being the video about building 100 wells in Africa, with Redditors and YouTubers claiming that clever editing was used to embellish and inflate the number of actual built wells that were showcased in the video.
Watch the video and zoom in right here. This is well 28 and well 29. There is no picture for well number 29, and again, well 28 and well 67 are the same, but the angle is just different. It is somewhat suspicious, however, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. There are no pictures for well number 68, so why are these pictures skipped? Editing mistakes, or purposely removed because those missing wells were never installed?
On the one hand, there's something very disturbing about using clever editing to round the number of wells you built up to 100 because it makes for a better title, but that doesn't undo the good that Mr. Beast did by building a whole bunch of wells, which he actually did, and they're not claiming that the entire thing was fake. But on the other hand, as damning as this may appear at first glance, as a YouTuber myself, I do feel like I got to cut Mr. Beast just a little slack, because I know firsthand just how easy a little misplaced image or clip can slip through the cracks as a result of a simple human error, and this is something that Mr. Beast would indeed claim to have happened during his November 2024 interview with Oompaville.
Yeah.
Did you build 100 wells in Africa?
If
you're taking anatomy and physiology for the first time, I can guarantee
interview don't count though, because he clearly already came in with Mr. Beast already came in with a stack of shit that he can ask him. And shit that he can't, because he didn't ask none of the questions we wanted to answer to.
So you already know what I'm gonna say. I mean, I would loop this in with the
just like Trap just said, bro. Just like Ross, whatever. Trap Lil Ross. That's like this nigga just said, bro. Whether he actually built all the wells or not, he built some of them. So we don't really give a fuck for real about the truth behind this. The truth probably is he probably didn't build that many wells, and he probably didn't mean to put it in the edit at the same time. Fuck that. All the giveaways fake. Just to ask him straight up.
The same thing as the hospital thing. Seems like I need to have someone who QCs things before we upload it more hardcore. I need someone who literally goes frame by frame. Like we finish a video and then they spend 3 days just going frame by frame, making sure there's no mess ups. Yeah, I think 1 or 2 of the wells we accidentally showed this same well.
You mean tell me you don't got nobody doing that already? Going frame by frame? Come on now, you Mr. Beast.
Well, it's not different numbers. But once again, I said with the blind thing, Like, why would I spend 98% of the money and then just fake 2 wells, like, and destroy the entire integrity to save like 2%?
Moreover, much of the criticism seems to ignore the realities of creating YouTube content at the scale MrBeast is operating at, where every video has to be relentlessly optimized just to hold the attention of an audience with an ever-shrinking attention span. Like one commenter who found it suspicious how a video about building 100 wells would only last 10 minutes. But realistically, if the video building 100 wells was 3 hours long, perhaps it wouldn't get the views it deserves, making it harder for Jimmy to re-up on his next batch of sub-90 clickbait wells. But then again, perhaps for Jimmy, it was all just about looking like you built 100 wells as quickly as possible, rather than actually building 100 quality wells that did the job right. MrBeast would address these claims again in 2025, as rumors began spreading on social media that all of the wells had failed due to lack of maintenance, with MrBeast clapping back, ironically claiming that his detractors were desperate for ad revenue, and going on to add a page on his charity's website with videos showing people visiting each of the 100 wells, showing that they not only existed, but that they were still fully operational. But unfortunately, if you visit that site today, you might be greeted by an error message. However, rather than being evidence of any actual wrongdoing, this is far more likely just a simple case of neglect. Perhaps MrBeast has the same contractors building the wells as he has building the websites. In fact, another infamous example of this very thing happening is the January 2023 video about helping 1,000 blind people see for the first time, which not only received a huge number of views, today sitting over 212 million views, but also a whole lot of criticism, with some viewers even describing the video as demonic, with the popular YouTube cartoonist Meat Canyon even releasing a video making fun of the questionable ethics and morals of this type of video, with even this parody having over 9 million views and almost 500,000 likes. But beyond the usual debates about the attention-based economy surrounding MrBeast's philanthropy, this time there were also allegations of something far more concrete, as about a year later, a non-profit from Mexico called Mission Flight, which had participated in the project by performing more than 60 eye surgeries, came forward claiming that MrBeast had left over $100,000 in unpaid expenses for the work that they had done.
You might have been one of the 170 million viewers of the MrBeast video where he takes credit for and claims to have paid for 1,000 eye surgeries.
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness. She's just one of 1,000 blind people we helped from around the world.
You pay for my surgery?
Yeah.
Our surgeons, our people, are performing that work. It only costs us about $2,000 per surgery after consideration of the donated supplies that we received from other organizations. We did 62 surgeries that weekend. That's $124,000. We have yet to receive a penny from MrBeast or anyone mentioned in that video. Like, what is going on here?
Months later, near the end of 2024, the non-profit released an update video stating that someone from MrBeast's team had reached out to them to offer a sincere apology for what had happened, adding that the issue appeared to have
paid them only after you ask for your money that you already is yours. See how that works? You gotta ask for the shit that's already yours. That don't make sense, bitch. That's supposed to be mandatory.
Stemmed from a miscommunication with a third-party organization responsible for handling the payments, and that the outstanding expenses had since been wired to them.
Hey guys, Mike from Mission Flight. Big update regarding our video about MrBeast and the eye surgeries. And thank you to you, the online community that helped get the word out. In fact, yesterday, someone from Jimmy's team contacted us and was sincerely surprised.
$5 to him. He probably gave that nigga 20 just to shut him up. That's why he came back.
That we had not been compensated. He was pretty shocked and asked what they can do to make things right. I just referenced back to our video where we had done 62 surgeries that weekend. They cost us about $2,000 each, and so they wired $124,000 this morning. So thank you again very much. Thank you to Jimmy and the team for fixing the problem so quickly. And yeah, there was a third party involved with big miscommunications and misunderstandings. I believe that those things are going to get worked out as well in the future, or maybe certain third parties are not going to be used in the future.
One of the producers working for MrBeast would also end up commenting on the incident in the YouTuber Soggy Cereal's response to Dogpack 404, basically repeating the story of a misunderstanding with a third party, while also alleging that the MrBeast team had actually paid for closer to 2,000 surgeries, but simply mentioned 1,000 in the title due to the even number sounding better.
There was this video that started getting some traction. One of the clinics where some of the eye surgeries were happening and helping 1,000 people see for the first time. And they claimed that the MrBeast company hadn't paid for any of the surgeries yet. Can you talk a bit about that?
Essentially, when we did that video, we worked with a third party. And that third party worked with a bunch of different organizations all around the world because we were trying to spread it as far as we could, multiple countries. Yeah. So we had one center third party that we were working with, and they kind of worked with all these. One of those organizations somewhere around the world didn't receive the compensation, which we only worked with the third party. We paid them for 1,800 surgeries.
Oh, 1,800, so not 1,000.
Yeah. We kept going after 1,000. We just worked with them. And we actually, we did more than 1,000, but the title of 1,000 sounds a lot better. So we just says 1,000, and it looks good.
Yeah.
So we worked with that third party, and that third party, I don't know what communication error happened between them and the other organization, but some way or another, that organization ended up not being funded properly. Okay. And then when it came across our desk that the missing loop happened, we just went around the third party we were going to work with to compensate them. Yeah. And they've put out a video since talking about it.
Mr. Beast himself would also address the incident during his interview with Oompaville, admitting that the fact that the issue went unresolved for so long, even after the non-profit had made the video exposing him, was crazy, but adding that as soon as he did find out about it, he fixed it.
Honestly, crazy. I don't know how no one sent that to me. We obviously had no knowledge of it. And then I saw it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, whoa. I instantly called the team we were working with, and I was like, what's going on here? And then we looked through it all, blah, blah. And then I was just like, I just paid them. So I actually double paid for those surgeries and just paid them separately.
He would also strike back against all of the people accusing him of purposefully not paying, questioning how that would logically make sense, given particularly that they had allegedly paid for over 800 extra surgeries that they had never even publicized.
Here's a couple ways you could look at this rationally.
Picked a great name, but your voice doesn't quite match it?
We have a fix.
VoiceMod gives you over 150.
Just because you did 800 more don't mean you would try not to pay niggas, or it ain't even that you try not to pay. It's like you supposed to make sure that shit happen. Like even if it was a miscommunication, somebody didn't get paid, that's still your fault, nigga. That's your shit. That fall on you, nigga. Straight up.
Did 970 surgeries. Why would I intentionally not pay the last 30 to save 3%? Just nuke the entire rep of the video just to save 3% of money. A, that just doesn't even seem logical. B, what makes it even less logical is we did 800 more eye surgeries off camera. And a big of the video last 30 to save 3%. 970 surgeries. You could look at this rationally. If we did 970 surgeries, why would I intentionally not pay the last 30 to save 3%? Just nuke the entire rep of the video just to save 3% of money. A, that just
how we know you ain't not pay more niggas? They just ain't say shit.
Doesn't even seem logical. B, what makes it even less logical is we did 800 more eye surgeries off camera, and obviously, now I'm over explaining things, but I have to because they're literal.
Mr. Beast look way different than he do in his beginning videos. But y'all seen the beginning videos? Like he still look way different. First of all, this nigga look different in every video I ever seen. In, like every different point in his life. Like I remember the old vids where his, y'all know what I'm talking about. The vids that he was just showing in the beginning, and then is the one where he was this fat smiley face. I mean, no offense, but you know, just being descriptive. And then it's him now, corporate Mr. B. Like, damn. You think he be getting like facelifts and shit? White people be getting shit like that. Like, actually.
B, what makes it even less logical is we did 800 more eye surgeries off camera. And obviously, now I'm over explaining things, but I have to because there are literal videos using this as proof that I'm evil and using this as proof that I don't care and using this as proof that I fake things, the horns, yeah. So like, but when
you say it like that, it make it seem like it's a little true. It don't seem like you mad cause folks accusing you. It seems like you're just trying to prove that you're not what they saying you is. I guess that's right. I just don't seem genuine. I don't know.
This is proof that I don't care, and using this as proof that I fake things, the horns, yeah. So like, but when you think about it, we did 800 off camera. So if I was aware that of the paperwork trail, the mishap, and that we didn't pay those 30, why would I not just take 30 of the 800 we did off camera and swap it out for those?
MrBeast has largely based his success on the idea that you have to give away money to make money, and it's maybe this format where MrBeast deserves, if not criticism, at least the most scrutiny when it comes to his philanthropy. Some have described MrBeast's clout and money-hungry approach to charity as good for ratings, which to me really sums up the inauthenticity of his giving. Now, I'll be real, look, I've done small amounts of charity giving in both videos as well as offline in private. Now, I personally give money when it feels appropriate to me, and in my personal life and on a day-to-day basis, I'd say I'm somewhat generous. And I personally do believe if the giving wasn't so profitable for MrBeast, he'd probably still be making videos in his bedroom just saying Feastables over and over again for 10 hours straight. Now, there's been extensive analysis of the authenticity of MrBeast's giving beyond YouTube hit pieces in academic research too, with one researcher pointing out how MrBeast has already fundamentally changed the field of entertainment related to charity by removing the typical dividing line between entertainment that's typically there to draw in an audience and the serious philanthropic part where the audience is reminded of the very serious reason why the entertainment is being provided in the first place. Because in MrBeast's version of content, the charity itself is the entertainment. Moreover, unlike in previous entertainment-based charity initiatives where the audience is typically encouraged to donate to the cause after they've been drawn in with the entertainment, in MrBeast's version, the audience is usually not expected to participate in the charity in any way other than watching the content, because YouTube and MrBeast's own sponsors act as the middleman who foot the bill. Whether you think these changes are positive or negative, it's easy to see why MrBeast's brand of charity, or at least the perceived flaws in society that puts it on full display, attracts so much criticism online, especially from those who are already politically opposed to the kind of ultra-capitalism that he seems to represent. But at the same time, arguably the outcome is still something positive that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this slightly sinister view-powered charity machine that Jimmy ended up creating. When it comes to MrBeast's philanthropy, we're largely in uncharted territory in terms of the long-term effects that it might have on how societal problems are addressed in the future. On a long enough timeline, we might actually get to find out whether MrBeast's charity content benefits the world or him more. But it's always going to be unsettling when the charity is coming from someone who seems particularly obsessed with two things: views and money, which, as mentioned, was one of the main focuses of MrBeast's channel even long before he actually ended up giving money away in order to grow the channel. Actually, there's also a third thing that MrBeast is desperate for, which the YouTuber FlazeFire would hilariously point out in his pointed video titled MrBeast, Emperor of Emptiness, this being Jimmy's dependence on praise, as Jimmy is notoriously sensitive to criticism and often lashes out on social media when he feels like he hasn't received all the love and respect that he feels entitled to.
Do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
So, I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and sports cars and instead reinvested my $sign into making content focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people. This clip is insanely disrespectful in my opinion. How is raising $12 million for charity a disaster, lol? According to this list, a guy with 1 million followers is more influential than me? What did I do to piss off the Rolling Stones?
This unfortunately also applies to his philanthropic efforts.
If you're not using the Opera browser, I don't know what to tell you. Check out Opera browser with Opera AI. It's free, and I'll leave the first link.
Didn't he even comment
Shopping for tires?
He even commented on this video. Like, bro.
Tire-X tired is...
At some point, bro, when you blow up, people gonna have something to say regardless. Oh, like, if it's not true, well, people always be like, if it's not true, then it's ignore it. I don't think, like, him saying something every now and then is a problem, but this nigga literally reply to every single YouTuber vid that ever say anything bad about him, you feel me? What I think is, when anytime they see somebody like say they don't like him or say something like bad about him, even if it's true or even if it's not true, it's just like, you know, to us, because we don't know. As soon as he see that, he's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? This could fuck up my image. Let me go save face by You feel me? By replying to it, I think he doing it to like kind of like save his face, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Or no, like they gonna stop believing in the nice guy brand if this happens. So I gotta reply to this and shit.
It's funny that people who have never volunteered in their life or given a penny to charity will see this and make a 30-minute essay about how I'm evil. No matter how much people complain, I'll never stop helping people. It's fun.
There's no denying.
Nah, that was crazy. Like, come on now. That was clearly, that was blatant right there. That was blatant gaslight.
That MrBeast's philanthropy has resulted in a massive amount of very real, very tangible good in the world. So I guess in the end, whether his philanthropy is overall good or bad depends heavily on your worldview. I'd probably give this scandal about a 15% rating on the scandalometer, because MrBeast has had pretty solid answers for all of this criticism. And even if he is a complete psycho, only helping people for his own pursuit of views and money, at least he's still doing some good in the world. But unfortunately, behind the good is a certain degree of greed. And greed mixed with charity that still results in net good is one thing, but when Jimmy's greed meets something as volatile and dangerous as the financial markets, things start to get a lot harder to forgive, which brings us to a much less flattering chapter of the story, MrBeast's involvement in crypto. Scandal number 4 is, did MrBeast scam his fans? In 2024, allegations began appearing online of MrBeast apparently being involved in some shady crypto dealings. This would prompt YouTube's #1 scammer exposer CoffeeZilla to do a video where he looked into these claims, titled simply Investigating MrBeast. According to one of the more serious allegations, MrBeast would participate in the pre-sale of a token known as Super, which he would then seemingly rather sneakily promote to his fans on social media before dumping large amounts of the token when it went public, allegedly making altogether roughly $11 million.
Super. This is the project MrBeast is alleged to have made the most amount of money on, over $10 million based on a pre-sale of $100,000. As for evidence, we have leaked screenshots showing MrBeast telling Super's founder that he can do 100K. Then we have a wallet that both investigations traced to MrBeast, sending 100K to the presale wallet. And then we have the same wallets getting millions of these super tokens in a period of unlocks, which were almost all sold aggressively.
CoffeeZilla attempted to get MrBeast to comment on these dealings for his video, but he would only receive a generic response from his representative, who claimed that MrBeast himself was not in charge of his crypto dealings and they were simply handled by a fund. However, as CoffeeZilla would point out in the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul and Mike Malak, MrBeast seemed to paint a somewhat different picture, as he would discuss his purchase of several CryptoPunk NFTs after a group call with the final boss of cringe internet moneymakers Gary Vee and numerous other highly rich and influential people, making it seem like he was much more involved in these crypto dealings than the response from his representative implied.
Gary Vee, it's like 11 p.m. just out of nowhere, just calls me and he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be the best decision of your life, just get in. I was like, okay. Yeah. And so I just joined the call and I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't want to put them on blast. And we're all just like, are you sure, Gary? And we're asking questions and he's like, just buy it. I was just so pulled by his like conviction that I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
you have to no, please.
I was so convincing you dropped millions of dollars. Like, come on now, but don't try to act like you was just oblivious. You dropped millions of dollars on something and you ain't read no fine print. You ain't asked no second questions. Come on, bro, you a millionaire. We know you smarter than this. Look how you looking at me right now. That's exactly how I'm looking at you. Come on now, dog.
Multiple ones.
CoffeeZilla was eventually able to provide some more questions to MrBeast through Oompaville, as he did his tell-all interview with MrBeast soon after, during which Oompaville would directly ask about the super token dealings, receiving an answer from Jimmy that seemed slimy at best, as he appears to hide behind a strawman argument that he wasn't explicitly telling his fans to buy the token.
On May 12, 2021, you, MrBeast, tweeted in response to it was an Elio Trades tweet. There's a gym sitting there on the market at an eye-watering price set to explode during DeFi Summer 2.0. And then you responded by saying super ? With a crazy emoji. So why did you not disclose that you had a vested interest in the coin that you were tweeting about, super ?
People, that are just getting second hands of the story think I literally tweeted out, go buy super. The fund did hold some super, and I just saw that was the owner of super.
There ain't no way you bought this coin and you just put your name and your brand, knowing you have millions of followers under the you basically you bring attention to this coin. There's no way you did this knowing that you have put money into this without the knowledge that, oh wait, my fans are gonna see this and they're gonna buy it too, and that's gonna completely inflate the money that I put into this to a whole nother degree. You mean to tell me that all was an accident? Like, come on.
You made the coin, and I just went scrolling through Twitter.
Show us.
Just replied
show us this on the sketch meter. We don't gotta hear none of this. Show us the sketch meter.
to his tweet. I did not tell people to buy Super.
He doesn't disclose, one, that he set up a pre-sale and he's like in before anyone else, right? Millions of dollars, he's in. Two, that his fund had been selling and continued to sell after that tweet.
A similar pattern appears to repeat across numerous crypto projects. MrBeast, or whoever was managing his fund, would invest early, and his name would then be used in various ways to allegedly hype up these projects, and once the price peaked, the tokens would be dumped, creating millions in profits. But when any criticism would be levied against these practices, MrBeast and his team would hide behind the claim that all of the trading was handled by the fund and not MrBeast himself.
This fund trades on MrBeast's name, as we've seen. They get in pre-sales based on his name. He tweets from his public account, and they're putting his name publicly on projects' websites instead of a fund. But when things go south, suddenly, oh, MrBeast, what? No, no liability, just because he's not sitting there physically pressing the buttons. I don't think that's the way it works.
Ironically, during the Impulsive podcast, Mike Malak would seemingly this time be the one to say the quiet part out loud, as he would question whether the real reason that projects like CryptoPunks were so successful was precisely because of all the influential people that had invested in them early before then promoting them to their millions of followers and pumping up the prices.
Can I ask you guys a question? When Gary does that call with all these billionaires and 8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was right again.
Yeah. One of the things that you learn in the Army, specifically at the Army values, loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor.
Is it possible that
this shit ready to fuck him up? Look at him. He wait. You see how he changed? He shift his posture.
8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call?
Look how he started fucking with his shirt. Like, come on now.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all these billionaire market makers in the thing. He makes the call, makes the market. By the way, you look around at all.
He said, I think about that a lot. He said that 6 times. But how many times are you gonna say you think about it? But you trying to stop this nigga from talking. You trying to think about your next.
He's right because of the call. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all these billionaire market makers in the thing. He makes the.
I'm talking about both of them. I know I'm talking about Logan Paul right here. You feel me? And I was talking about MrBeast fixing his shirt. But they both got something to do with this shit, bro. But these niggas is so ass at hiding this manipulation, cuz.
Call makes the market. By the way, you look around at all the punk owners a year later and you're like, damn, it's all the same because they were on the call.
Funny enough, MrBeast would attempt to partly disprove this theory by saying how he hadn't even mentioned owning CryptoPunks publicly.
I can tell you I don't think why, because that was all back like early February. Like
Right.
things didn't pop off till later, and every like NFT project was popping off, not just Punks.
I mean, make no mistake. Like having such influential people involved in projects, it can't hurt the ability for the project to work. You know what I'm saying?
95% of those people didn't even mention it. You know what I mean? Like, I've never talked about it publicly.
However, in the end, this in fact turned out to be an outright lie, as MrBeast had indeed publicly mentioned about owning at least one. Later, at the beginning of 2025, right when Donald Trump had launched his hugely controversial Trump coin, MrBeast would confidently state on Twitter how he could also make hundreds of millions of dollars with his own meme coin, but added that this simply felt too icky, so he would pass. This could certainly be true, but perhaps there's also a chance that if MrBeast hadn't been called out by the likes of CoffeeZilla when it came to his past crypto investments, that we all might now be feverishly looking at the daily chart of the Beast coin on CoinMarketCap. Thankfully that didn't happen, and overall crypto remains a minuscule part of MrBeast's wealth accumulation strategy. Honestly, to me, I feel like MrBeast dabbling in crypto is actually one of the more damning scandals, and I'd rate it an 80% on the scamometer. MrBeast strikes me as somebody that likes to put on a facade that he doesn't care about money or hold very little money of his own, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Everything he does is optimized for maximum profit, from his crypto investing to his charitable causes. But unlike charitable videos that do good and come with a side effect of profits, dealing in the crypto markets is a zero-sum game. For someone to come up on a coin and pull the rug, someone else has to lose. I think his crypto plays behind the scenes reek of the very same greed as his charitable causes, but only in this game, Jimmy's followers actually have to get hurt and lose out for Jimmy to win. It seems like he's learned his lesson on that front, but again, in that kind of disingenuous way where he's not sorry he rugged people, he's really just sorry he got caught and realizes it's more profitable to probably keep your reputation clean. But MrBeast's hunger for more money extends far beyond what's on your screens or in your crypto wallets, because over the past few years, Jimmy's ambition and greed now has him with eyes on the contents of your fridge, your lunchbox, and your stomach as well. And this new conquest on his fans' digestive systems has made a very sizable addition to his business.
Watched this video so fast that we already got a MrBeast is mad at me video from Trap Lil Ross. Like, ain't that kind of crazy? Hold on, I'm finna show you. I'm gonna let him keep talking.
Empire. And perhaps even more unsettling, the biggest target of MrBeast's ongoing war on nutrition are his young and impressionable child fans. The fifth scandal is that MrBeast's food products are actually bad for you. Jimmy isn't content with cramming content, sponsors, and demands for charitable donations and questionable cryptos down his young, impressionable fans' throats for money, but in an effort to build the biggest multi-billion-dollar brand possible, he's launched a number of food products which all have some questionable marketing. In September 2024, MrBeast partnered with Logan Paul and KSI to launch Lunchly, a very similarly named product to a direct competitor named Lunchables. And from the start, Lunchly was marketed as a healthier lunch option for kids.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With lunch. When did this came out 2 weeks ago. Bro, he must have seen this shit right away. He said take this down already. I don't think he was actually in the comments. I think that's just clickbait. But he definitely reached out to him. And he probably did comment it. He just came back and deleted the comment after he seen that he made another video, and he didn't take it down.
So you get double the amount of liquid. Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. Ooh. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar.
To support that claim, Lunchly ads would push side-by-side comparisons with Lunchables, highlighting lower calories, more electrolytes, and reduced sugar. However, on Twitter, aka X, posts from Logan Paul featuring that same chart would get hit with a community note for misleading and incorrect claims. Soon after, larger creators would join the criticism, including PewDiePie, who questioned whether the product was actually good for kids.
You can tell none of them are parents, because you should not feed your kids that garbage. Like, what the?
What's the secret to peak health? Going micro with Noom! Micro habits, micro wins.
Meanwhile, medical professionals argued that the comparisons were incomplete because they left out major health factors like sodium and saturated fat. More specifically, medical professionals pointed out that sodium was still present in Lunchly but was comically labeled as electrolytes instead. At the same time, consumer reports confirmed that Lunchly had less total sugar but noted that artificial sweeteners and sugar substitutes were being used instead, which came with their own risks.
Prime uses sucralose and acesulfame potassium, or ACK. Artificial sweeteners come with their own risks. A 2022 study by Charlotte Debras and colleagues found that sucralose and ACK are associated.
If the OGs don't know, I mean, if y'all not OGs and y'all don't know, this is Ban Land Chugs, the real OG. Did my phone die? What the fuck? Hold on. My phone ain't dead. I got that bump on my face and shit. I look kind of rough today, cuz y'all bear with me.
associated with a 9% increase of cardiovascular issues and an 18% increased risk of stroke.
Ultimately, experts found small differences between Lunchly and Lunchables, but more broadly, both products contained ultra-processed foods that really shouldn't be eaten daily.
And speaking of which, what's the final ruling here on the healthiness of our favorite lunch treat? Are Lunchables, Lunchly, and other meal kits a disgusting product that should be removed from store shelves and never eaten again by mortals? Some of them. Would I recommend people, or especially children, eat Lunchables or Lunchly every day? God, no. But that's okay.
Now, this needs to be made clear. Claiming that Lunchly is doing good by being marginally better than a competitor food in the same category of barely nutritional survival slop really isn't good for the world. MrBeast could have pushed healthy, natural, and nutritionally complete food on his young, impressionable audience and done good, but instead, he decided to launch a product in a highly profitable, low nutrition niche that would be the most likely to make him the most money, and he just tweaked his competitor's recipe just enough to be able to make claims that his product is superior. For someone so obsessed with charity and improving the world, it just makes you wonder, like, why didn't MrBeast embark on a mission to put more fruits and vegetables in school meals? Like, I remember when
Like, that's what I was saying. Y'all should have seen this. Like, how bro, y'all ain't learned from this. But if y'all ain't learned from Feastables, y'all ain't learned from the Lunchables, I don't know, bro. It's just like it's clear that the nigga he don't mind giving out money that's gonna help his YouTube videos, but y'all should have realized that it ended there. This nigga not Jesus.
Chef Jamie Oliver did a TV show called School Dinners, and he televised his mission of improving the quality of food in schools. But it's clear that Lunchly isn't about helping kids, it's about making as much money as possible for the MrBeast brand. Now, Lunchly faced more criticism after YouTuber Dan TDM accused the brand of selling unhealthy food to kids who were trusting the creators promoting it. Now, in response, Logan Paul would defend Lunchly, pointing out that Dan never criticized Lunchly's competitor Lunchables, which are allegedly known to contain the chemical lead, something which is highly dangerous and can cause developmental issues with children.
Lead, the super dangerous neurotoxin, the same lead that is especially dangerous for children. In fact, lead in children is linked to damage to the brain and nervous system, slowed growth and development, as well as learning and behavior problems.
It would be really bad if there was lead in your product too, Jimmy. And lo and behold, by mid-2025, Consumer Reports would also find traces of lead in Lunchly, including one test near 78% of the daily limit, just 1% above Lunchables. See, it's not about getting the lead out of the kids' food. It's about making sure that those kids are buying Jimmy's lead, alright? He really should have called it Ledley. But according to the popular medical YouTuber Dr. Mike, neither Lunchly nor Lunchables actually qualify as healthy, but he also argued that the outrage towards MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul was kind of selective.
It's clear Lunchly, just like Lunchables, misses the mark too many times to be considered meaningfully healthy. I just think if a company was truly interested in creating a healthier lunch kit for kids, the USDA standards should be the minimum starting requirements.
But then came the controversy that truly attached growth to Lunchly's brand. As in a viral video, a known MrBeast critic, the YouTuber Rosanna Pansino, claimed that she had found mold in a Lunchly product that she had purchased.
She was doing a demonstration of Lunchly, and everybody knows she's MrBeast's #1 hater. The story is, she bought some Lunchlys, just like we did, for a video demonstration, and when it opened it, the cheese was covered in mold.
These are molded. This is molded. That's mold.
What are the chances that she sets up this whole shoot and gets a box with mold in it on the first one she opens? Like, what is the fucking chances of that happening?
Now, granted, I now believe her. She came with the receipts. She didn't fake it. I believe her.
Same here, brother.
And afterwards, Logan Paul and KSI's initial response was just to laugh it off as haters chasing clicks.
I mean, yeah, she could do her thing, man. Let her do it.
Like I like my cheese moldy, bro.
He said, yeah, like come on.
But soon after, Lunchly said that its products had passed multiple inspections before leaving their facilities, suggesting that the issue likely must have happened after it was shipped. Later, MrBeast said he couldn't control what happens once the product leaves the factory.
Once it leaves your factory, a truck that's delivering it could technically take a sharp turn and a box fall and puncture the seal, or honestly, even something as dumb as like when it's put on the shelves at the store.
We all know that the questions you got from this interview, you brung the questions, and you already had answers to them. You might have damn near hired a PR team. You hired somebody, definitely. to set up the questions, the answers, and the fucking questions, nigga. You set this whole shit up in the interview. He ain't asked nothing you ain't want him to ask you. You had an answer ready for every single one of these questions. You made these questions, bro. Come on now. Keep it a buck.
Can't stop someone from walking to Walmart and grabbing a lunch lid,
right?
Going to the potato chip aisle, putting it there, and then like a day later, an employee going, "That doesn't belong there," and put it back. And like, I mean, obviously they shouldn't do that. They should throw it away.
And Jimmy would also point out that their main competitor also had cases of mold in their products.
Here's a context a lot of people leave out. Look at, I don't want to name specific brands but take a specific brand that comes into your mind when you think of something like Lunch Lead, something that's very similar, specific brand, I don't know, other brands, competitors, and Google their name and put the word mold behind it. You'll see thousands upon thousands of examples.
See, just shut up and buy Jimmy's mold, alright? It's 1% more moldy than Moldables. In fact, to be fair, there are numerous complaints about Lunchables having mold easily found online too. And quality experts point out how mold can come from storage, handling at the facility, during shipping, or even in the store. But again, Jimmy and Logan's response says a lot. There's no mold, it's not our fault, the mold happened after the factory, it's out of our hands, and our competitors have moldy food out there anyway as well. Buy my mold, alright? It's all moldy food anyway, we just want to be the market leader in moldy lunches. Like, how about committing to making sure that the food isn't turning up on the shelves moldy, and maybe offering a higher quality or actually genuinely more healthy product than your competitors, rather than just racing to the bottom? But Lunchly's direct competitor Lunchables had faced its own accusations of misleading marketing, including a lawsuit showing that this type of strategy existed long before MrBeast. But anyway, more criticism followed when Lunchly's terms of service began circulating on social media. According to these hidden terms, customers buying Lunchly had agreed to waive their right to sue, instead agreeing to resolve any disputes with the company through neutral third-party arbitration. Interestingly, the tweeter noted that Lunchables don't require you to waive your rights when you consume their mold, food. However, to be Lunchables with the company through neutral had agreed to waive their right to social media. According to these hidden terms, customers buying Lunchly had agreed to waive their right to sue, instead agreeing to resolve any disputes with the company through neutral third-party arbitration. Interestingly, the tweeter noted that Lunchables don't require you to waive your rights when you consume their mold, food. However, to be fair, arbitration clauses are more common than uncommon in the consumer landscape, and as of 2020, more than 2/3 of the top-selling brands in the US actually had them. Now, Disney has been called out and dragged recently for their despicable use of an arbitration clause to prevent their customers being treated fairly when things go wrong, specifically citing a famous case where someone actually died after informing a Disney-owned restaurant about an allergy which was ignored. But according to Disney, because the dead man had accepted the Disney Plus terms of service, then they couldn't sue for a wrongful death and they would have to go to the arbitrator. This is the type of pure evil that you expect from a heartless corporation, but not from your favorite YouTuber selling an underdog product to these impressionable kids. But make no mistake, if you died eating a Lunchly, MrBeast lawyers will be pulling that arbitration clause out faster than you can say lead poisoning. And again, this goes back to one of the most sinister things about MrBeast's empire. It's this massive, profit-focused corporation masquerading as an underdog creator brand. And Lunchly is really only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the questionable food plays being made by MrBeast Corp. Alongside Lunchly, MrBeast's chocolate brand Feastables also faced criticism over its ethical marketing claims, as early messaging implied that Feastables was ethically sourced and even slavery-free, which became a key selling point for many buyers. But later critics pointed out how the slavery-free wording was silently removed from the branding without expectation.
Did you know that when MrBeast first launched Feastables, he had a bunch of stuff on the website about their chocolates being child-free and slave-free? They even doubled down and added an entire dedicated page that said, "We're slave-free." However, in late 2023, all mentions of their chocolate being child-free and slave-free disappeared.
Now, the motive proposed was that MrBeast had always known that he was going to use child labor and simply attempted to use the slavery-free slogan as an early marketing scheme.
I think MrBeast knew all along that this was going to happen, so he prepared for it in advance.
You introduce your buddy to DTF St. Louis. Whoa. He goes on the site and winds up dead.
You guys have not made chocolate before.
When he first...
I'm sure none of you made chocolate. You need slaves, all right? You need slaves in order to put out a chocolate brand. Y'all niggas ain't making brands. Y'all ain't making chocolate. Y'all ain't doing nothing big in your life. Y'all don't know how the world really works. You need fucking slaves to make candy bars, nigga. That's what he finna get. That's the next thing he say in the next interview. You need slaves. I'm trying to do the right thing. by getting slaves so you niggas can enjoy the chocolate. Come on now.
Launch Feastables, he played up just enough. He played.
No, it's definitely not about me making money. That's absurd.
Up the card of being slave labor free, child labor free, just enough so that people would notice, but not enough that it became integral to his brand. And then slowly, quietly, he activated the plan to move away from those things, to take advantage of the weakest and the most vulnerable among us, hoping no one would notice. But I noticed, and I hope that the whole world notices now.
However, in a later interview, Mr. Beast gave a simpler and accidentally more sinister explanation, saying that as his company grew and began sourcing cocoa from West Africa, it just became a lot harder to guarantee fully ethical chocolate.
Yeah, so majority of the world's cocoa comes from West Africa. Feastables early on, we sourced from Peru.
I told y'all that's exactly what he was finna say. Oh, since we started doing this shit in South Africa, it's hard to find niggas without that ain't got slaves selling chocolate at least. That's hard to get this chocolate and shit out. Y'all niggas keep buying it. We need slaves. How else we gonna keep all the money?
Which Peru doesn't have ethical problems, but after we started getting bigger, all roads lead to you have to source from West Africa because that's just where most of the world's cocoa is grown. And that's where things are the worst and the most unethical.
Again, just take a second to see how the mask slips, right? This guy's meant to be such a nice guy doing so much charity. He's curing the blind, feeding the hungry. He's basically Jesus with a camera, but his company got so big he just couldn't not use slavery in the supply chain.
Bruh, he just could.
You know how it goes when you're growing, scaling up. Maybe a little slavery to keep the economies of scale up is acceptable, but we're going to do some good. We're going to take some of that slave money and we're going to buy some eyes for people. Jimmy would also say that Feastables is at least fair trade certified, meaning that the brand actively helps reduce child labor by paying cocoa farmers more.
There are over 1.5 million kids in child labor, so you can eat cheap chocolate. You see, Big Chocolate pays their farmers so little that they make less than $1 a day on average. And as a result, 45% of children in cocoa communities work in illegal child labor. And I want to tell you 3 things that Feastables is doing to get these kids out of child labor. First, we pay 100% of our cacao farmers a living income reference price, which is a benchmark set by Fair Trade to ensure farmers earn enough where they can afford housing, food, and other basic necessities. Second, 100% of our cacao is Fair Trade certified, which is the gold standard for ethical.
Why he get bro to smile for the video? How much y'all think he paid him right here to smile and act like he happy? He probably paid him not.
Jimmy would also say that Feastables isn't paying
cheap chocolate. You see, Big Chocolate pays their farm children and coat these kids out of mark set by Fair Trade to ensure.
Hold on.
Pay 100% of our cacao farmers a living income reference price, which is a benchmark set.
How much y'all think they paid this nigga to smile and act like he happy while he doing this work he been doing for fucking 30 years? He not happy doing this shit. This nigga been doing this for 30 years. Think he happy. This nigga paid him to smile in this motherfucking video.
By Fair Trade to ensure farmers earn enough where they can afford housing, food, and other basic necessities. Second, 100% of our cacao is Fair Trade certified, which is the gold standard for ethical certification. They have rigorous standards that protects the livelihoods of small farmers and farm workers. And third, the farms Feastables work with.
He paid you? Yeah, nigga. Yeah, I got that money.
Are actively implementing child labor monitoring and remediation systems so the kids can get off the farms and into schools.
Meanwhile, content creators like Dogpack404 also attempted to attack Feastables by claiming that Mr. Beast was lying about its healthiness in comparison to the competition like Hershey's chocolate. But according to Soggy Cereal, the one who was in fact lying, or at least misunderstanding the facts, was allegedly Dogpack himself.
He's comparing a single serving size 43 grams Hershey's bar to a 2 serving size 60 grams Feastables bar. If you recalculate the ingredients of both to 43 grams, then you'll see that Feastables still has less sugar than Hershey's and actually has less.
But it's the same size, bro. Who gonna say half a bar is a serving? He just cut the serving in half so he can put, bro, companies do that shit all the time. Are you fucking slow? Pay attention.
Calories than the previous formula.
More broadly, public health experts warn that influencer-led food marketing can blur the lines between advertising and real nutrition advice, especially for kids.
Bro, I like Trap Lord Ross because he's like he's kind of he's kind of a little bit different from regular people. He actually pays attention and asks questions.
But beyond maybe a little bit of child slavery, mold, and shady marketing tactics, these are not even all of the food-related controversies that MrBeast has faced, with another one involving the use of so-called ghost kitchens to sell the infamous MrBeast burgers, which led to some pretty horrendous results. So much so that MrBeast actually ended up suing the company who was actually in charge of this steamed ham.
Well, I'm finna go to sleep though, Chad. We finna write the rest of this tomorrow. Let me see what else we got left. The Beast games. Yeah, I want to know about the Beast games because I ain't know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to make a new playlist actually. Bet. Hey, bro, I used to if any of y'all OGs on YouTube, y'all used to watch CJ So Cool before he had dreads, when he had the waves. When that nigga first blew up, that nigga used to be like, Warpack, we got the real cool kids over here. Peace. That's the OG intro. That's the OG outro. What y'all know about that Wolfpack, nigga? Oh, fuck on my face. Y'all niggas used to watch CJ So Cool, too. Y'all always try to act like y'all so hip. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I always was this way. Bitch, you was a kid, too. Relax. Come on, now. Relax. You used to listen to Soulja Boy. You used to hit that Superman, that watch me you. You used to crank that motherfucking Soulja Boy. Stop trying to act like Soulja Boy whack now. Y'all act like y'all ain't fuck with these people. That's why they where they at. Come on now. Y'all niggas was doing the bust down, Tatiana. I want to see you bust down. Pick it up. Now break that shit down. Speed it up. Now slow that shit down on a gang. Y'all niggas. Come on now. Niggas was in the club. Niggas in the club grabbing they motherfucking joint. Doing this shit all day. Come on now. Y'all was doing that shit. Y'all was doing that shit. Now niggas try to be like, oh no, he did see that. Anyways, chat, I rest my case. I'm finna go get in bed. I'm gonna finish this video next stream, bro. But I know, gang. I'm trying to pace myself, cause y'all niggas don't know, bro. I'm trying to do so much shit, gang. Never let them know your next move. I'm finna end screen. I told you. Never know what I'm about to do. I might finish the video right now.
Operation, arguing that they were causing real harm to his brand. But again, it begs the question, where is the accountability in all this? It's all well and good saying, okay, let's use ghost kitchens and just sell whatever burgers we can put our logo onto, because these impressionable kids will just buy anything I put my face on because I'm your favorite creator. Mr. Beast isn't getting into the burger business for the passion or because he feels like he has some vision of how he's going to delight his fans with a game-changing burger brand. It's all just about the numbers.
Can an album be a clap?
Alright, they give me ass and shit. Alright, hold on, chat. My phone finna go dead anyway. Nigga, my shit on 10%, bro. Y'all really want my phone to go dead? I don't give a fuck about me, huh? Alright. Hey, gang. Word of advice, bro. Ain't nobody looking out for you. You gotta look out for yourself. With that being said, look at the back of my head. Damn. Damn, my shit look rough in the back. You know, you never see yourself going. You only see yourself coming. You never see yourself going, bro. You'll never know what you look like in the back. I don't give a fuck. Can't none of y'all beat me up. I love y'all, though. Swear to God. Follow. Sub. Like. Kick back and chill with the gang. Stay prayed up. We on the road to success. God is in everything I do, chat. Amen. I hope you got him in your life, because God is great. Peace.